I'm not really a hero, but there are kids that I consider heroes. I see kids intervene on other kids' behalves all the time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, stop! And not enough people are talking about it. We all can make a difference. It starts right here. Hi, this is Mr. Daniel with Pandas Karate, and this is another episode of our bullying series. And today I have a special guest, Mr. Drew Offut. Drew, thank you so much for being here today. Can you tell the audience a short bio about yourself?
Sure. I've been teaching now for a little over 20 years. For the last 15 years, I've been at Earl B Middle School, which is in Rockville. I've also been coaching varsity lacrosse at Rockville High School, and along with basketball and boys basketball and boys softball at Wood. So
I love that. All sports.
Yep. I love it.
What's cool about Coach here is that not only does he do a lot of stuff already with the community sport involved, but he has his son at my karate studio, and you also are the lacrosse coach of one of my instructors,
I am.
Peter.
I am.
That's great. And so I was like, oh man, I got to get this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of what we see here is it's very, very difficult for us to see it as teachers because bullies are also sneaky, and they're very good at not doing it around other adults. But what we do get is I get it secondhand from other students. I hear this person's been bullying this person. So what we see a lot of is I get it, from another student in class that will say this person's been picking on somebody else, or they've been harassing somebody else, and then I usually pull that person, the person that's the bully, into my office, and she and I have quite a discussion about it.
That's an interesting word that you use. You get like the second-hand side of it, and I think that's something we've never really heard about before. So you mean that you kind of won't even see the bullying, but you'll hear it either from an outsider, or you might even hear that they come up to you maybe after class. I mean, when that does happen, like, how are the kids feeling, I guess? I mean, what do they come to you and ask you, like, step in like a superhero? I mean, what do they expect you to do?
In my classes, it's a little different than when I was growing up. When I was growing up, if you reported something, you were looked at as a snitch, and you were looked at as you were telling on somebody, and there was usually repercussions for that. Now, what we tell our kids here is, if you see something, say something.
Nice.
And kids are actually buying into that. Okay. And a lot of other kids will also. I'm not really a hero, but there are kids that I consider heroes. I see kids intervene on other kids' behalves all the time.
That's awesome. So kids acting as heroes.
Yep.
That's a game changer, I think.
Huge.
Wow. If someone is going through a bullying type of situation, whatever it may be, physical or mental, what's your number one best advice you could give them?
I think you have to keep it in perspective. Okay, what I teach Noah is my son that's in your class. What I tell him all the time is, it's the bully's problem, not the victim's problem. A bully's a bully because they're a coward. That's a behavior that a bully chooses to do, and it shouldn't change the behavior of the person being bullied. You're still a good person. You're still a good kid. It doesn't have to alter how you are, to respond to it. You teach in your class self-control, and I tell my son that all the time. If someone's messing with you, you don't have to use your hands. You don't have to get into a physical altercation. I tell my students, I just feel more sorry for the bully.
Wow.
I mean, their behavior's sad. It's a sad way. It's a coward's way out.
Yeah.
What I see is I see a bully picking on and going after a student that is weaker. That has an obvious, either they're physically weaker, or they have a behavior issue, or there's an in there that the bully goes after.
Yeah.
But kids with high self-esteem, kids with that are athletic or stronger or bigger, or they don't perceive as a weakness, those kids are usually not bullied.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I mean, it's a big problem. I think there's lots of different angles you could take it. But I definitely love the advice you just gave right now, and I love how you tied it into karate too, which is great. But I think there's like so much inspirational advice from you that you just gave right now. This is why we're doing it, because it's not just me giving advice, but it's that there are other avenues and other experts that have advice too, and we need to listen to these type of people. So, Coach, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you guys again. Please check out our next videos coming up. Share this post as well. Spread the word. With you, we can always make a difference. We all can make a difference. It starts right here.